Well, the 2024 Telecom Spectrum auction will be starting on June 6th, and currently Department of Telecommunication has released the names of the pre-qualified bidders and how much money they have deposited, which is the earnest money deposit submitted by these bidders. Now, what is this earnest money deposit? It shows the intents of telecom companies of how much they want to spend in this telecom spectrum. Now, generally, EMD requirements are very across different bands, which is the spectrum bands, and across different circles. But on an average, if you see, if a telecom company deposits say certain amount of money, they can spend nearly 8 to 15 times of that money which they have deposited. So here's a look at what the telecom companies have deposited. Firstly, if you see Reliance Jio, they have deposited close to 3,000 crore rupees, which means that they can spend nearly 35,000 crore rupees in this telecom spectrum auction. Bharti Airtel has made a deposit of close to 1,050 odd crore rupees, which means that they can spend close to 12,000 crore rupees in this spectrum auction, while Vodafone Idea has deposited just 300 crore rupees, which means that they intend to spend around 3,500 crore rupees in this 2024 spectrum auction. Now, what does this mean for Reliance Jio? If you see, the EMD the deposit that they have done is higher than what the street was expecting, given the fact that none of its spectrum is due for renewal, and the company has sufficient spectrum in across all the circles in India. Now, this means that Jio might get aggressive and might increase its coverage by adding more spectrum in its coverage, and but it can also choose to not to bid in the spectrum. But given the fact that it has deposited 3,000 crore rupees, it intends to get aggressive even in this spectrum auction. For Bharti Airtel, if you see, nearly 42 megahertz of spectrum of Bharti Airtel was expiring in the 900 and 1800 megahertz band, and it will be bidding for these spectrum given the fact that it has deposited an EMD of close to 1,050 odd crore rupees. But given the fact that the EMD deposit is a bit on the higher side, analysts are expecting that it can further bid for additional 800 and 900 megahertz spectrum in certain circles as well. Also, analysts are expecting, given the fact that Jio's EMD is higher, the prices could also move up, given the fact that Jio might also bid for additional spectrum. And lastly, for Vodafone Idea, if you see, it has 12 megahertz of spectrum expiring in two circles in the 900 and the 1800 megahertz band, and it will be definitely bidding for this. Other than that, analysts are not expecting any additional bids to come in from Vodafone Idea in the 2024 Telecom Spectrum auction.